Well, a very good afternoon and welcome to Guildford here on BBC Radio London for this Kia Super League clash between the Surrey Stars and Yorkshire Diamonds. Gorgeous afternoon here at Woodbridge Road in Guildford. Blue sky, sun's out, bit of cloud, nice and warm, up on the roof at the pavilion end of the ground. Second meeting between the league. Their opening games were up at Headingley. Between the Surrey Stars and the Yorkshire Diamonds, and they meet now here at Guildford. Surrey beating the Yorkshire Diamonds in that opening game at Headingley. But Surrey Stars coming off the back of two straight defeats, lost here at Guildford to Loughborough Lightning by 7 wickets last Tuesday, and then lost to the Southern Monday by 89 runs. Big defeat that. Vipers 198 for 5. Danny White. Stars were all out for 89. As for the Yorkshire Diamonds, lost that opener to the Surrey Stars by 9 runs, then lost to Loughborough Lightning at Leeds by 9 under in the derby by 9 runs at Liverpool, to the Storm at York, and then lost to Loughborough Lightning by 6 wickets at Loughborough. Table at the moment, Western Storm on top, played 6-1, 6 on 26 points. Then the Southern Vipers played 6-1, 3, lost 1, tied 1, and 1 no result. That of course against the Surrey Stars with the game that was abandoned at the Kia Oval, and they're sitting on 18 points. Loughborough Lightning in third, played 6-1, 3, lost 3 on 14 points. Then the Stars played 5, 1, 2, lost 2, and that 1 abandonment at the Kia Oval, 11 points. Then the Yorkshire Diamonds play 5, 1, 1, lost 4 on 4 points. And then Lancashire Thunder played 6, haven't won a game yet, lost 5, tied 1 on 2 points. News from the middle is that the Yorkshire Diamonds won the toss and have decided to have a bowl. That's the news from the toss of the coin. 2 sides for you, and the Yorkshire Diamonds will line up with Alicia Healy and Lauren Winfield, the captain, then Holly Armitage, Jemima Rodrigues, Alice Davidson-Richards, Bess Heath, Katie George, then Beth Langston, Lee Kaparek, Lindsay Smith, and then Katie Levick. So that is the Yorkshire Diamonds side for this one. And of course the name that's missing from the first game is Helen Femby, who bowled beautifully against the Stars. 4 for 20 she took, but she's only picked up 1 wicket since then. So Helen Femby not in the side today. I was looking forward to watching Helen Femby bowl beautifully at Headingley. And then the Surrey Stars will line up like this: Lizelle Lee and Bryony Smith, then Sarah Taylor, the keeper of course, Nat Siver, the captain, Marizanne Cat, Juan Van Neerkerk, Ailish Cranston, Laura Marsh, Maddie Villiers, and then Eva Gray comes in for her first game of the competition, and Amy Gordon. So those are our 2 sides for you this afternoon here at Guildford on BBC Radio London. Kia Super League action for you. We'll keep you abreast of all the other games that are going on as well around the Kia Super League. There's a lot this afternoon, and a good crowd in already. Lovely day for T20 cricket, Kia Super League action here at Guildford. Beautiful, beautiful afternoon. And of course the Surrey men currently on day 3 of their championship game back at the Kia Oval. We'll keep you an eye on that one as well. There at lunchtime, and at the moment they're 218 for 3 Surrey. Scott Borthwick on 84 and Ollie Pope is on 41. Our umpires for this game, Messrs Adnan and Waldron, they'll be making their way out into the middle at the moment. And as I say, if you're just joining us for the first time today, in the toss and have decided to have a bowl, so Surrey Stars will be batting first. But that game up at Headingley, the opener, was a low scoring affair, and then Surrey will be looking to come back from those 2 defeats, 2 straight defeats. And the defeat against Loughborough Lightning here last week, they left an awful lot of runs on the pitch last week, so that's something they'll be looking to put right this afternoon. Got starts, everybody got starts, but nobody went on to make a big score, and that will be a disappointment for the Stars, and that will be something they'll be looking to put right this afternoon. As the roof of the pavilion here at Guildford, very pleasant view it is, straight down the ground as Messrs Adnan and Waldron make their way out into the middle, umpiring this one for us this afternoon. And then in a few moments it'll be the Yorkshire Diamonds making their way out into the middle, and Bryony Smith and Lizelle Lee. This is a new pitch. This one is 2 to the left of the pitch that we used for the game against Loughborough Lightning. Looks a good one, they normally are, here at Woodbridge Road. And just waiting for the Yorkshire Diamonds to be led out by Lauren Winfield away there to our right hand side. But all the white plastic chairs around the boundary's edge, and lots of kids in, which is lovely to see on this Tuesday afternoon. Lots of cars down in the car park, so there's going to be a little huddle there for the Yorkshire Diamonds, and some pats on the back for all of them. A little bit of a chat from the captain before they get out there into the middle to get this one started here on BBC Radio London. Looking forward to this. See Holly Armitage in there listening away intently in the light blue shirts with the dark blue sleeves. The Yorkshire Diamonds, 98 runs in the competition so far for Sarah Taylor, but a lovely start for the Yorkshire Diamonds. Bryony Smith very cross there, and you could see a thumper pad as she made her way off. So 1 for 1 the Surrey Stars, and it's the right-handed Sarah Taylor as Levick is in to Taylor, and that one just turns a touch away from her, orthodox leggy that one, and punched by Taylor out towards cover point, but immediately hitting a length, line and length here is Katie Levick, exactly what we saw from Helen Femby from the Diamonds. In again, and that does turn a touch away from Sarah Taylor, but a bit too short, and Sarah Taylor can just get onto the back foot, punch this one out towards the sweeper on the cover boundary rope, and they'll pick up one more. If you're just tuning in for the first time this afternoon, good afternoon to you here on BBC Radio. And 2 without loss. The Surrey Stars in the first over as Lizelle Lee waits for this and then paddles it behind square on the leg side, more of a top edge than anything, and she'll pick up a single, and that will complete the first over, and it's a very good one from Katie Levick. 3 off it, and the wicket of Bryony on BBC Radio for you once again from the roof of the pavilion here at Guildford on a lovely day. Lovely day here at Guildford. Blue skies, sun out, very pleasant it is, and it feels like a good day to bat, even in a 2020 game. And it's Beth Langston to get us started from the pavilion end of the ground. Just feels like a day for having a bat. Langston has played just the 2 games, 1 wicket, best of 1 for 17, going at 6.42 for the Yorkshire Diamonds this season in the competition. So her 3rd game of the competition, and it will be Lizelle Lee on strike, and Beth Langston has the ball in her hands, ready to go down below her. A really good position here, we're almost right behind the bowler's arm. Fantastic. So Langston, right arm over the wicket, driven by Lizelle Lee out towards cover point, and there's no run. The 2 fielders outside the circle, 3rd man, and then the deep backward square. But this is, I think, the biggest crowd we've had here at Guildford for the Kia Super League. Well, we've only had the 1 game before this one, 2 games before this one. Apologies, Lancashire Thunder and Loughborough Lightning. I think this is the biggest crowd that we've had. Great to see so many people down here as Langston comes right arm over the wicket to Lizelle Lee. The off stump, just a little bit of for Beth Langston. Nice start, but keep an eye on the other game that's going on in the Kia Super League at the moment, and also we'll keep an eye on what's happening back at the Kia Oval. As I was saying, the Surrey men in action today, day 3 of their championship game against Hampshire in the 1st division, as Langston is in, and this is turned off the stumps very nicely by Lizelle Lee. out towards deep mid-wicket, should get to, will get to. So nice shot from Liz Ali, just a little turn of the wrists, and 2 more to Liz Ali. Liz Ali sensibly just having a little look at everything at the moment. So latest from the Kia Oval is that Surrey are 229 for 3. Scott Borthwick 89 not out, and Ollie Pope back from his dislocated shoulder 46 not out. The 1 wicket to go this morning there was that of Mark Stoneman for 63. Yes, Langston over the wicket to the right-handed Liz Ali. This one that swung away, nothing shot really that from Liz Ali, not going at it, just sort of holding the bat out there, a little cross with herself I think, but definitely a little bit of swing, bit of a breeze going right to left across the ground. And our other game started this afternoon. Then there's the Lancashire at Old Trafford is Western Storm at 13 as the train rattles along the tracks. Lee Caperick doing the fielding in there at backward point. Backward point, there's the cover. Extra cover is the captain Lauren Winfield, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, deep backward square, and then fine leg now on the edge of the circle as Langston's over the wicket. That will be very wide down of them, and no way that Healy's getting to that. And a spectator does the fielding. He was practicing their bowling down there at the railway end. Picks the ball up, lobs it back, but that was very wide from Beth Langston. Looking to go the other way. Away from the right-hander, looking to swing the ball back in, but it started on leg stump and kept going. So 10 for 1 in the second over. The Surrey Stars as Liz Ali waits with bat raised as Langston's in, and Liz Ali drives, and again it's going away from her and beating the outside edge. Liz Ali looking a little frustrated out there at the moment. Second over gone, 10 for 1. The Surrey Stars, and that wicket to go. Bryony Smith bowled Levick without scoring second ball. It'll be Levick down there in the distance from the railway end of the ground. Sarah Taylor and Liz Ali having a bit of a natter about everything. Nice to see our pot plants again, which we do enjoy, our pot plants that are on the roof here of the pavilion at Guildford. And then we've got the cathedral way to our left, and then Dapjune Wharf to our left-hand side as well. But a nice tidy start this for the wharf to our left-hand side as well. But a nice tidy start this for the front. So a very good start here for the Yorkshire Diamonds. Very good start here for the Yorkshire Diamonds. Bryony, good start here for the Yorkshire Diamonds. Bryony bowling from Katie George, just going away from that Siver on the angle. Siver couldn't resist the drive, thin outside edge. That Siver goes for 5. Katie George has her, and the Stars are 32 for 3. 5th over, and Van Niekerk makes her way out into the middle. That Siver will be a bit disappointed with that to the left arm seamer. Wide and going wider, but just could not resist having a drive at that thin outside edge. Taken by Healy behind the stumps, neatly and tidily as always. So another one goes down for the Surrey Stars. And at the minute, right on top of the Stars are the Yorkshire Diamonds. Back at the Kia Oval, Scott Borthwick's on 96 now, Ollie Pope 51. That partnership continues to build. 245 for 3 Surrey against Hampshire. Good pitch to bat on there at the Kia Oval. Be back there tomorrow for the final day of that one. So Van Niekerk out there in the middle, joining Liz Ali, averaging 14 in the competition this season. Katie George is into Van Niekerk, drives at her first one outside edge, no slip, and that rushes off down to the third man boundary rope for 4, just pushing that across the right-hander Katie George. That's a good over from Katie George. Bar the full toss, the wicket of Nat Siver, and then finding the outside edge of Van Niekerk's back. 5 gone, 36 for 3 for Surrey Stars. Bit of a chat out there in the middle between umpires and batters at the moment. Not quite sure what this is about, but it's a long old chat about something. Maybe running between the wickets, don't run straight up the middle. And Nicock's only just got out there. So we're getting a change in bowling. Lindsay Smith coming into the attack down below us to replace Beth Langston from this pavilion end here at Woodbridge Road in Guildford. Sun right behind us is absolutely beating down at the moment. Gorgeous, gorgeous day. Summer has come back, which is great news. And Lindsay Smith into the attack. Down below us, couple of wickets for Katie Levitt, one for Katie George. Surrey Stars needing to rebuild. This the final over of the power play. 36 for 3. Left arm round the wicket. With a left arm spin comes Lindsay Smith, and the first ball to Liz Ali is driven up towards mid-off, and there is no run. All sorts of action on the roof at the moment. Spins the ball in her fingers once again, does Lindsay Smith. That's Harry you can hear on the roof as looking to sweep. Shout for LBW going down, and that rolls away into the offside. So Harry is up on the roof now. Yes, there he is. That's who you can hear shouting off the roof, looking for a splitter. Left my splitter back at the Kia Oval, Harry. I could have brought it for you. I didn't know you needed it. Take care up there, young man. What have we got now? Well, we got the two batsmen having a chat. Oh, we've got physio. Oh, Liz Ali's hurt herself there with that sweep shot. Wasn't quite sure what was going on, but I think it hit the glove of Liz Ali and has hurt herself. So we've got the physio coming out to have a little look at Liz Ali's hand, and
I wonder if that's
just as she looked to sweep that, I think it hit the hand. So physio is out there having a little look at Liz Ali. Looking, yeah, definitely arm, forearm, yeah, forearm. So a bit of the magic spray being used, I think, for Liz Ali on 16. And Nia Kirk is catching up with Elisa Healy. They're in discussion about something down there. 36 for 3. The Surrey Stars, but that really has hurt Liz Ali. So she's getting some of the magic spray on her hand and her forearm at the moment. Just keeping a little eye on down there at the Kia Oval, because Scott Borthwick, his highest score of the championship season, he's on to 99, and Ollie Pope 52 not out, and 249 for 3. Surrey back there at the Kia Oval, and these two came together, Pope and Borthwick, when Mark Stoneman went this morning. Yeah, one run away from 100, Scott Borthwick, and Ollie Pope 52 not out back there at the Kia Oval. Liz Ali's in trouble here. A lot of treatment on that arm. I just wonder, she's tried to hit it very, very hard, whether she's pulled something, a tendon or something, but she's going to continue. So out there in the middle, it's young Harry again up there on the roof, plugging leads in at the moment as physio has done his work, and Liz Ali is ready to continue down below us. See how she feels when she has that bat in her hands and looks to play a shot in anger. Lindsay Smith will come left arm round the wicket from the pavilion end to Liz Ali, and Liz Ali absolutely smashed that through extra cover, but was through it far too early, and it's actually inside edge into the leg side, but that was on as spinning the ball in his fingers once more, in her fingers, is Lindsay Smith, and this is a bit short, and that is cut away down to the boundary. It's a little bit short and then cut away down to that third man boundary rope for 4 runs, and Scott Borthwick has 100 for Surrey back there at the Kia Oval. So his first championship 100 this summer for Scott Borthwick. 40 for 3 on to 20. Liz Lee, and now powerfully out towards deep backward square. Bit of a misfield out there from Holly Armitage, enable Liz Lee to get back for 2. So sweeping Lindsay Smith.
Ryan,
Little misfield there from Armitage, and they pick up a couple of 42 for 3. Liz Lee on to 22. Around the wicket once again, that's very wide, is Lindsay Smith, and Liz Lee open the face of the bat and hit the fielder there on the edge of the circle. 6 gone, power play done for the Surrey Stars, 42 for 3. The Surrey Stars. Bryony Smith bowled by Levick, second ball in the first over without scoring, then Sarah Taylor stumped by Healy off Levick for 3, and then Nat Siver caught behind off Katie George for 5 are the wickets to fall. And it's going to be Katie George continuing down there at the railway end. Signal that power play is done and dusted. And Van Neerkerk will be on strike for the start of over 7. Third man sweeper on the cover rope. Deep mid-wicket, fine leg, the 4 outside the circle. As Katie George, left arm over the wicket, comes in, and goes past Van Neerkerk's outside edge, looking to drive Van Neerkerk, and that one bounced. Lovely bowling from Katie George. And Van Neerkerk looking to drive through the covers and just going on the natural angle across the right-hander and bouncing. And going past the outside edge of Van Neerkerk's bat. And that took Alicia Healy off her feet. Nice bit of bowling that from Katie George. George comes in once again, left arm over the wicket. Van Neerkerk's forward, thinking about the single down to backward point, but there isn't one there. Good tight stuff this from the Yorkshire Diamonds. 42 for 3. The Surrey Stars. Lots of kids having impromptu games of cricket around Woodbridge Road, which is lovely to see. Some autographs before the start of play. As Katie George is in once more, and down the pitch goes Van Neerkerk and smears this off a thickish outside edge, over backward point and down to third man. So Van Neerkerk's try and knock Katie George off her line and length, and actually thick outside edge down to third man, picks up a couple more. Van Neerkerk moves on to 6. 44 for 3. Surrey Stars. Survey of the field once again from Van Neerkerk, looking to be positive, using her feet. Katie George is in once more, and now Van Neerkerk has a nibble at one outside her off stump, just trying to run it down towards third man. Nothing shot really that from Van Neerkerk. It's past her outside edge, and it's taken by Healy, moving away to her right hand side. 44 for 3. The Stars. 7th over. Katie George comes running towards us once again. Left arm over the wicket. Van Neerkerk, short delivery, helps it down to backward point. Quick singles taken. It's good running from Liz Lee and Katie George. And one more to the total. Taking on the arm of Casper Rickard there at backward point, but safely home. 45 for 3. That will bring Liz Lee back onto strike. He looks to be okay after having a bit of running repairs done to her arm. As waits once more. Does the right-handed Liz Lee, thick inside edge, looking to drive through the covers. That could have easily come back onto her stumps. Gets away with it. Liz Lee, good over. George, 7 gone. Very tidy over that from Katie George. Just 4 runs off it. Could have easily had Liz Lee dragging the ball back onto her stumps, and Van Neerkerk caught behind. So at the moment, Yorkshire Diamonds will be delighted with this. 46 for 3. Their one concern will be that Liz Lee is still out there, but she doesn't look terribly comfortable at the moment, just chatting away to Van Neerkerk in between the overs. But it doesn't look particularly comfy. at the moment. So we've got a change in bowling down below us. Alice Davidson-Richards coming into the attack from the pavilion end. Katie George is just having a bit of a breather up here at mid-on. Lauren Winfield is popping everybody where she wants them and where Davison-Richardson wants her field. Looking at Davison-Richards' stats for the season. So that's my scorecard flying off in the wind. That's the only thing about being here at Guildford, is the wind on the roof is very, very strong. It tends to blow everything off the table. If I can keep the pages down, I'll be able to tell you Davison-Richards' stats this season with the ball. As over the wicket she comes with her first delivery, swings back a touch that at Liz Lee, right arm over the wicket. 3 wickets, averaging an economy rate of 9.11, best of 2 for 25. Bowled the 9 overs in the competition so far is Davison-Richards. Waits over her bat once again, does Liz Lee on 23. Davison-Richards runs away from us, comes over the wicket to the right-handed Liz Lee. Oh, she's gone onto her legs, and Liz Lee pick-up shot again. Kept deep backward square interested, but was always going for 4. Just a little pick-up shot, and that soared away. And Lindsay Smith out there, dived away to her left-hand side. We've already seen that was 4. The umpire's asking the question. Definitely 4. 1 bounce 4. Saw Liz Lee picking up Langston, putting her over deep backward square for 6 earlier on. Do not bowl on the leg. Delighted to say Harry is down safely from the roof to our right hand side as Davison-Richards is in once more over the wicket. Oh, and she's gone onto the pads again of Liz Lee, who works this one out to George. Gets away with that. There's Davison-Richards to Liz Lee. Single for Liz Lee, and the 50 up for the Surrey Stars. So 50 coming up for the Surrey Stars. And to strike comes Van Neerkerk on 7. Davison-Richards, right arm over the wicket. Comes into Van Neerkerk, bend of the knees from Van Neerkerk, and then tucks the ball into the leg side, takes the quick single. 1 more to the total, 1 more to Van Neerkerk. Holly Armitage coming round to do the fielding. That will bring Liz Lee back onto strike on 28. Stood up there at mid-off. Katie George just hands the ball to Davison-Richards, who's in over the wicket to Liz Lee, who's swinging into the leg side. High in the air, chance here and gone. And it's a good catch coming round from deep mid-wicket. And, well, Liz Lee, I thought had got more on that than she had. And it went up there a long, long time. And a very, very safe pair of hands. Out there, he's taken that catch. But very, very safe pair of hands. And Liz Lee goes for 28. It's a blow for the Surrey Stars. Davison-Richards has her first wicket, but I thought Liz Lee had got more on that, and as it is, she has to head back to the dressing rooms, and Marizanne Cap is making her way out there into the middle. But Davison-Richards has her first wicket of the piece, and Lee goes for 28, and Marizanne Cap work to do here with Van Neerkerk in the 8th over, and Surrey Stars 52 for 4 now in the 8th. So not what they were looking for, having been stuck in. A good catch that from Holly Armitage, just coming round to her left hand side, making that look very straightforward. Had a long way to go, did Armitage. In over the wicket comes Davison-Richards. They cross, so Van Neerkerk on strike, and pushing this one down to backward point, and there is no run. So Davison-Richards, the wicket of Liz Lee, 8 overs, 50 2 for 4. This innings really is stuttering at the moment. Marizanne Cap and Van Niekerk have a bit of a natter about everything. And it'll be Katie George to continue. Who's bowled very nicely from the railway end. The left arm seamer. As I say, it was lovely to have Katie George with myself and Dan Norcross on commentary for the opening game of this Super League campaign for the Diamonds and the Stars. But good to see her out there doing what she wants to be doing, which is bowling her left armers and batting as well, of course. So, Marizanne Cap, right-handed, getting ready for her first delivery from Katie George, who's left arm over the wicket. And, oh, it's had a nibble, looking to run it down on. Goes past the outside edge of Marizanne Cap's bat. Marizanne Cap this season is averaging 18, 35 runs, averaging 11, apologies, averaging 11.66, high score of 18, 35 runs so far in the competition. Marizanne Cap got an opportunity here, still plenty of time, only in the 9th over. Katie George is in to Marizanne Cap's short ball, and Marizanne Cap gets up on her toes, pushes it down into the leg side, and there is no run. It's very busy up here on the. There are people going up and down the steps and onto the roof, and there's also, I've absolutely no idea. Young Harry is up there again on the roof side. There he is. As over the wicket once more comes Katie George, and all driving is Marizanne Cap, goes past her outside edge again. That's even nicer delivery from Katie George. This is lovely stuff from Katie George, because the first one that Marizanne Cap went to just run down to third man was a little wider. That one straightened up a touch. It's lovely bowling from Katie George. Really good stuff this from Katie George. Sound of another train rumbling along the tracks down there somewhere near Guildford station. Katie George left arm over the wicket to Marizanne Cap. Whee, that one's taken off. Marizanne Cap there, that and loved it, I think, down to third man for a single. So Katie George here really getting the ball to talk. Lovely stuff from Katie George, and that one coming back and climbing a touch. As waiting over a bat once more is the right-handed Van Niekerk, as in over the wicket then comes Katie George, and Van Niekerk opens the face and just chops this one down towards third man. They'll get the single, and that'll be one more to the total, and one more to Van Niekerk. She'll move on to 9, and then on to strike will come Marizanne Cap. 54 for 4, the Surrey Stars in the 9th over, as Katie George gets ready once again, comes in towards us over the wicket to Marizanne Cap, who gets one again that just goes away from her, but pretty safe shot actually from Marizanne Cap, deliberately played down to third man from the left arm seamer, but that's a nice over again. Just the 3 runs off it, and 9 overs have gone. 55 for 4, the Surrey Stars here on BBC Radio London. And as I say, this innings is stuttering at the moment. Need a partnership from these two at the moment, the Surrey. Lindsay Smith down below us to continue, I think. Chat between Van Niekerk and look at some other scores from around the country for you. As apologies, Lindsay Smith not continuing. It will be Davison Richards, who of course took the wicket in the last over from the pavilion. And coming into Marizanne Cap, who turns this one into the leg side, will pick up a single. Well, Marizanne Cap moves on to 3, 56 for 4. Van Niekerk comes back on to strike, back at the Kia Oval. Just the Surrey men taking on Hampshire in the first division of the Specsavers County Championship. It's over the wicket then as Richards, and this is turned leg side. Davison Richards just drifting onto the pads of Van Niekerk, will pick up a couple, and that'll be two more to Van Neerkerk. Moves on to 11. Scott Borthwick is out for 100 exactly. Aaron Finch has joined Ollie Pope. 280 for 4. Surrey. The other game in the Kia Super League. I'll try and find the score for that. Working with the Wi-Fi here. As over the wicket is Davison Richards. That's down the leg side. And this will be signal wide. Western Storm 74 for 2. In the 10th over against the Southern Vipers. 59 for 4. The Surrey Stars in the 10th over here at Guildford. And Davison Richards just waiting for Katie George to go a little straighter at mid-off. Davison Richards, right arm over the wicket. Van Neerkerk using the feet. Nice looking shot this. Driving straight back down the ground one-handed. And they'll pick up a couple. Using her feet just to try and take Davison Richards off a line and length. A lovely little barbecuing area here at Guildford. Down to our left-hand side. Very pleasant it is. And then the scorers and PA under a little marquee gazebo type thing. Photographer there. We're making a trip along Dune Wharf, taking some photos as Van Neerkerk waits again. And this one's right up on her toes and she digs it out down towards backward point. And nice bit of fielding in there at backward point, just giving Marizanne Cap the hurry up down there at the non-striker's end. Van Neerkerk practices a couple of shots. Camp just lent on her bat at the moment, thinking this all through, how to build a partnership. As in over the wicket goes Davison Richards, and they'll pick up a single. One more to the total, as that's just tucked leg side by Van Neerkerk, who's just checking with the umpire, happy with the run in between the wickets, because the umpire had a long chat about running straight up the middle of the pitch when taking runs. Marizanne Cap raised as Davison Richards is in over the wicket to the right-handed Cap, who turns this one off the stumps neatly, tidily, out towards deep mid-wicket, and they'll pick up another single. End of the over, so the halfway point for the Surrey Stars here on BBC Radio London. 10 overs gone, and the Surrey Stars are 63 for 4. The 4 wickets to go. Bryony Smith bowled by Levick in the first over without scoring. Sarah Taylor stumped by Healy off Levick for 3. Nat Siver caught behind off Katie George for 5, and then Liz Ali caught by Armitage off Davison Richards for 28. And Katie George is going to bowl out here. This will be her 4th and final over. Again, another train rattling along the tracks towards Guildford Station. The YMCA behind us, and then the new flats, because this pavilion only a couple of years old. It's lovely being up here though when the sun's out. Marizanne Cap waiting for Katie George, who started her run and then decided against it, so we'll try again. Will Katie George has bowled very nicely today. Wicket of Nat Siver. Katie George left arm over the wicket. Marizanne Cap uses the feet and then drives on the up out towards the sweeper on the cover boundary rope. And Marizanne Cap picks up a single. Take her on to 5 and move the Surrey Stars on to 63 for 4. That brings Van Neerkerk back onto strike once again. Mid on, mid off, straight mid wicket, deep mid wicket. Fine leg, third man, backward point, sweeper on the cover rope, extra cover. Van Neerkerk uses the feet and then pushes Katie George up towards Lauren Winfield. Up there at extra cover, and they'll take a single, sensibly played by Van Neerkerk. Nicely bowled by Katie George. They know that after this one, that's Katie George done and dusted in terms of bowling in this game. They'll just be quite happy for her to see out her 4 overs now, because she has bowled very well indeed. She's going to get a deep mid-wicket in, so brings fine leg up to the edge of the circle. Katie George, 65 for 4, the Stars. 11th over, George is left arm over the wicket to Marizanne Cap, and slower one, which Marizanne Cap waits for, and then just runs down to the left of backward point, and they'll pick up another single. One more to the total, sensibly played by Marizan Cap. That brings Van Niekerk back onto strike. To build a partnership with a partner, of course.
Ryan.
Marizan Cap and Van Niekerk.
You in there?
Harry's shouting at me while I'm on the radio. Yes, he is on the roof again here. Questions, Harry. As over the wicket one. This one's turned down towards short, fine leg. Van Niekerk's going to get his skates on as the throw comes in. But they will pick up a single. One more to the total. 67 for 4. And Marizan Cap comes back onto strike on 6. Van Niekerk has moved on to 16. Beth Langston doing the fielding down there at short, fine leg. Katie George turns again in the distance. And comes striding in, left arm over the wicket to Marizan Cap, who's swinging and missing to one that just bounces and goes away from her. Nicely bowled again. Good pace on this from Katie George. And that's taken by Healy, moving away to her right hand side. But impressive pace, impressive control, getting a bit of swing. So good stuff from Katie George. Just seeing on the Twitter that I don't think you're getting the pictures on the live stream. Apologies, I think that's why everybody's on the roof. I'm beginning to understand now. As in, let me paint the picture for you. As in comes Katie George. That's short, and that's given Marizan Cap a bit of the hurry up there from Katie George. Good stuff. Marizan Cap there, head was coming out the way of that. And got bat on it, picks up a single. Very good spell of bowling that from Katie George. 11 overs gone. 68 for 4. So apologies, I'm beginning to understand why everybody's leaping onto the roof now above me. And as I say, I think you're getting the commentary but not the pictures. So I'm doing BBC Radio London, of course, for the radio and the wireless, and then I'll keep going, try and paint a picture for you. That's what I meant to do anyway. 68 for 4. Down below us, Kasparek's coming into the attack. Lee Kasparek coming into the attack down below us. So Surrey Stars at the moment continuing to try and build a total here. And at the moment, struggling a touch to do that. As in over the wicket with her off breaks. Kasparek, and this one's turned leg side, and they will pick up a single. That'll be one more to the total, and one more to Marizan Cap. Marizan Cap moves on to 8. Kasparek in the competition so far, 4 wickets, economy rate of 7.56. Van Niekerk waiting as this one's tossed up nicely, tossed up, and they'll pick up a single, just turned leg side. There'll be one more to the total. One more to Van Niekerk. So just trying to build a partnership, these two. Taking too many risks. 70 for 4, the Surrey Stars in the 12th over. Marizan Cap backs away, and then a shorter ball just helps us out towards deep mid-wicket. Another single as Armitage comes up with nice control. Out there in the middle, 71 for 4. Back onto strike comes Van Niekerk. Settles over a bat once again. Tosses this one up, work down the ground by Van Niekerk. They'll pick up a single. One more to the total. On to 10. 18, apologies, goes Van Niekerk, and Marizan Cap comes back onto strike on 9. 72 for 4. Kasparek is in over the wicket once again. And this one is punched off the back foot down the ground by Marizan Cap. Sensibly played this by these two. As I say, taking no risks at the moment, just knocking it around. Just laying a platform for a partnership. 73 for 4, still plenty of overs to go because we're only in the 12th. of the 20 overs. Waits again, does Marizanne Cap, and then nudges leg side. Quick singles taken. Oh, and if that had hit off her own bowling, Van Niekerk would have been in all sorts of bother. Just putting the dive in, but if that had hit, I think that would have been the end of Van Niekerk. End of the over. 12 overs gone for the Surrey Stars. So another 8 to go. 74 for 4 of the Stars. Van Niekerk has 19 and Marizanne Cap is on 10. But yes, all their experience coming to the fore here. Van Niekerk and Marizanne Cap. So at some point they will look to go a bit more aggressive. At the moment I think they're quite happy with where they are, and the fact that we've had 2 or 3 overs without a wicket falling. First delivery of a new over, and it's Katie Levick back into the attack from the railway end with her leg breaks. Picked up 2 wickets right at the top of the innings, did Katie Levick. Bryony Smiths and Sarah Taylor. Great control from the railway end. She's in again, and Van Niekerk turns this one leg side. They'll get a single out towards deep mid-wicket. Van Niekerk moves on to 20. 75 for 4. And then Marizanne Cap comes back onto strike on 10. Surveyor the field. Sweeper on the cover rope. 2 back on the leg side. And a long on as it's tossed up, and that does turn. Van Niekerk, with it going away from her, just opens the face and runs it off down to short third. No run. 75 for 4. The Stars remain. A few of the spectators in the crowd have got hats on very sensibly. A couple of umbrellas up to keep the sun off. It's better than it was yesterday. Real thunderstorm yesterday, of course. This one, looking to sweep is Marizanne Cap. Just got to be careful there, because that spinning back wasn't too far away from her leg stump. But wide is the signal down the leg side. So one more to that Surrey Stars total, 76 for 4. Levick is in once again, and Marizanne Cap waits and then punches out towards extra cover. And there's no run as Lauren Winfield comes up to do the fielding. I think the Yorkshire Diamonds captain will be very happy with where her side find themselves at the moment. Levick in once more. Backing away and looking to cut is Marizanne Cap, but that's gone past her outside edge. Nicely taken by Healy. Bowling again. It's from Katie Levick. Lovely control from Katie Levick. Goes in once again. Tosses this one up. Sweeping is Marizanne Cap. Out towards deep backward square. Rodriguez goes round to do the fielding, and the throw comes in over the top of the stumps, and Marizanne Cap gets the single. 13 overs have gone here on BBC Radio London. Stuck in by the Yorkshire Diamonds. The Surrey Stars find themselves 77 for 4. So 77 for 4, the Surrey Stars. And there are 7 overs of their 20 remaining. And it'll be E. Kasparek to continue. Down below us from the pavilion end to bowl the 14th over. Marizanne Cap on strike, whips leg side, nicely played by Marizanne Cap, just a single, down towards long on. One more to the total, and one more to Marizanne Cap. Oodles of experience, of course, out there in the middle between these two, Cap and Van Niekerk. So lots and lots of experience, but lots and lots of experience here with Lee Kasparek, of course, as this one's turned down the ground by Van Niekerk. And we'll move on to 21, 30 ODIs and 34 T20 internationals, 50 ODI wickets, 58 T20 international wickets. As short ball punched back past the bowler, a little uppishly, but a single for Marizanne Cap. One more to her. She moves on to 13. Stars move on to 80 for 4. I would have thought they're looking for up around 120 from here. Surrey Stars gives themselves something to defend. And Nearkirk drives, doesn't really time this. Down to backward point. And there is no run. 21. Van Nearkirk on. Over the wicket once again. Oh, it's Kasparek looking to drive. Is Van Nearkirk nicely bowled. Just toss that one up there. Almost a moon ball, really. Very, very slow and almost threw it far too early. Was Van Nearkirk. Van Nearkirk's forward. That's found the outside edge. Lovely bit of bowling. Just the one that goes on. Lovely bit of bowling. Just a single though. Of course, no slipping at the moment. Another over ticks by. 14 gone. And 4 off that over. It's been a while since we've had a boundary. 81 for 4, the Surrey Stars. See if I can find Katie George's figures for you, because they were very good today. Katie George. See if I can find those 4 overs of Katie George. Very tidy these figures will be, I would have thought. Once they come up with the old Wi-Fi. It's going to be Katie Levick. Down there in the distance, she's going to be bowling her final over here. George 4 overs, 1 for 20. Very, very good. Levick 2 for 11 off her 3 so far. As Levick is in, and this is Van Nearkirk going forward, pushing down to backward point. And there is no run, but it's been a control today. Brilliant from Katie Levick. So we saw Helen Fenby bowl beautifully at Headingley in this fixture, and it's a leg spin of Levick today as Van Nearkirk tucked up for room here, looking to cut. Rolls out towards cover point, and there's no run. So 2 balls and 2 dots, which you will settle for at this stage if you're the Yorkshire Diamonds in the 15th over. Levick is in once more. Reverse sweep is out. Straight down there to third man on the edge of the circle. Kasparek does the fielding. 3 deliveries, 3 dots. So a bit of pressure building here on Van Nearkirk. Katie Levick bounces in once more. And down the pitch goes Van Nearkirk. Outside edge, almost beat her on the outside. Did Levick nicely bowled, but a single. Because Van Nearkirk, that little outside edge save, to whip the bails off. Into 23 goes Van Nearkirk. Van Nearkirk and Cap came together with the score on 52 for 4, so they've added 30, apologies. The sweeping is Marizanne Cap. Big shout for LBW. Just got herself outside the line there. Big shout from Healy and Levick. So 30 runs added by these two. Came together in the 8th over. We're now in the 15th over. Levick's in once more. Cap goes back onto her stumps, and then a little inside edge into the leg side, and they'll pick up another single. Marizanne Cap just dealing in singles at the moment, and it's the end of Levick's over. In the end of Levick's spell, it's been a very, very good spell of bowling that from Katie Levick, and that was just a couple off that over. So I think she'll finish with 2 for 13 off her 4 overs. Outstanding stuff from Katie Levick today. Brilliant bowling. 5 overs left then for the Surrey Stars. Bit of a committee meeting out there in the middle. Some drinks being taken out for the batters. Some drinks for the fielders as well. Bit of a chat between captain, bowler, keeper. And we're going to see Lindsay Smith back into us from the pavilion end of the ground here at Woodbridge Road in Guildford. And it's going to be Marizanne Cap on strike on 14. Lauren Winfield chatting away. Lindsay Smith still enjoying the pot plant wicket to Marizanne Cap, but this one's punched down the ground. A bit more air on that one. The left arm spin of Lindsay Smith, better over that for the Surrey Stars, in the fact there was a boundary in it, so 7 off it, 16 gone. Surrey Stars are 90 for 4 here on BBC Radio London. Elsewhere in the Kia Super League, Western Storm 109 for 2. So the Western Storm are 109 for 2. There's another game tonight, of course, but Old Trafford in the Kia Super League. 3 games today in the Kia Super League. And Davison Richards is coming back into the attack down there at the railway end, having a chat with Lauren Winfield at the moment. Here's Davison Richards. Surrey back at the Kia Oval, 296 for 4 now, and trailing Hampshire by 71 runs. So I think if Surrey could push on tonight and then a bit in the morning. Davison Richards is in to Marizan, the 17th over, and Marizan Cap is tucking it out towards deep mid-wicket. They'll take the single, and Marizan Cap will move on to 21. Surrey Stars moving on to 91 for 4. And this will bring Van Niekerk back onto strike again. So this partnership now worth 39 valuable runs. As swing and a miss from Van Niekerk. Davison Richards on a length outside the off stump, and down on one knee there was Van Niekerk, looking to swing that over the scoreboard at deep mid-wicket. Got nothing on it. And taken by Healy, moving away to her right-hand side. More intent now. Been out there a while. Van Niekerk for her 24 as Davison Richards in that. She's got hold of that one. That's 6. That's into Dapjune Wharf. That's where she was aiming the previous delivery. It's a big old hit, that. So we're going to have to find a spare ball here. There will be a box of balls somewhere, but that's gone into the trees just in front of Dapjune Wharf. Great shot from Van Niekerk. Swung it away. Moves on to 30. Need a few more of those, the Surrey Stars, you feel. And it's now her highest score in the competition. Van Niekerk. Box of balls has been run out, so they're going to find another ball here. 6 more to the total. 6 more to Van Niekerk. On to 30 she goes. Stars moving on to 97 for 4. So another ball comes out the box, which will look about 17 overs old. So a bit of a chat about the field there, but had everybody back on the rope. That was always going for 6. Straight out the middle of her bat for Van Niekerk, and it actually ended up hitting the trees in front of Dapjune Wharf. So Van Niekerk's going to retake her guard, just settle herself down once again there after that huge strike for 6. 30 not out now. Marizan Cap at the other end, 21 not out. Oh, she's going again. Oh, and that's dropped at square leg by Rodriguez, who I think had the umpire in her sights as well. Hit very firmly. Rodriguez was going away to her left and right next to the square leg umpire. So a life there for Van Niekerk. Move on to 31. 98 for 4, the Stars, in the 17th of their 20 overs. This one's driven by Marizan Cap. One bounce to Winfield, who has a shot at the stumps and misses. Otherwise, Marizan Cap was miles out there. 1 more to the total. And Winfield took aim, fired. Marizan Cap had given that up. Just chipped it 1 bounce up to Winfield. But the Stars have got to take all the runs that are on offer now. 99 for 4. Davison Richards ready once again to come over the wicket. And this one, swing and a miss from Van Niekerk again, looking to go leg side. But a better over again for the Surrey Stars. 9 runs off it, 17 gone. 99 for 4, the Stars. And this partnership is now worth 47. Very good runs. All their experience being used here. Van Niekerk and Marizan Cap. Bit of a chat out there in the middle. Lindsay Smith will bowl our 18th over. Bit of a chat Surrey Diamonds wise as well. There's a
a committee meeting out there. Winfield, Healy, everybody's involved at the moment, having a bit of a natter about where the field's going to go for Lindsay Smith. Or are they going to change the bowling? No, it is going to be Lindsay Smith to continue. So Healy's just popping the helmet on. Just keep a little eye on the amount of time they're taking over this, the Yorkshire Diamonds. Winfield's going to bring up deep backward square to an orthodox square leg, I think. Or Lindsay Smith. Another train rattles along the track. Oh no, it's going to be a complete change of bowling. Lindsay Smith now is coming out the attack. So it's a sort of last minute change here from the Yorkshire Diamonds. So Lindsay Smith is actually being sent off down to deep backward square, and Beth Langston's up to bowl. I thought I was calling Beth Langston up towards square leg, but she just kept going, and that was because Beth Langston's coming in to bowl from the pavilion end, and Bryony Smith has been deposited out towards deep backward square. So 99 for 4. This is all taking a long time out there in the middle. Katie George is having a bit of a chat with Beth Langston. So they're going to have sweeper on the cover rope, long off, long on, and a deep mid wicket as the 4 outside the circle. Marizanne Kapp is on strike. Beth Langston, right arm over the wicket, and Kapp comes down the pitch, picks it up on the full, drills it down towards long on, and that single will bring up the Surrey Stars 100. So Surrey Stars 100 coming up in the 18th over. Very sensibly played this. 48 is the partnership between Van Neerkerk and Kapp, because as I say, I think they thought at one point there was a danger that if one of them went, Surrey Stars could get bowled out. Langston over the wicket to Van Neerkerk, who drives, good length delivery, won't find a run because that goes out towards extra cover. And there is no run, bit of hooting going on along the Woodbridge Road. 100 for 4, the Stars. Settles himself down over his bat once again, as in over the wicket. Langston driven by Van Neerkerk, and again finds the fielder at extra cover. That's Van Neerkerk. Aeroplane goes overhead. We've just got some white fluffy clouds in the sky, but other than that, it's just the sun beating down. Beautiful it is today here in Guildford. Very, very pleasant indeed. Interesting innings this from the Stars, as Langston's in, full toss, and Van Neerkerk just helps it straight out towards deep backward square. Mayfield, she's missed out a touch there. Van Neerkerk just found the fielder at deep backward square. 101 for 4, so partnership now worth 49 between Van Neerkerk and Kapp. Kapp back onto strike on 23. Beth Langston's over the wicket to Kapp. Full toss, that'll be swung away behind square for 6. It's gone all the way, and that brings up the 50 partnership as well between Marizanne Kapp and Van Neerkerk. Sort of waist-high full toss on or around leg stump, and just helped away for 6 runs by Marizanne Kapp, who moves on to 27. 55 this partnership now worth, and Marizanne Kapp before this innings, highest score in the competition was 18. So good innings this from Marizanne Kapp. As over the wicket once again is Langston. Another full toss, swung leg side by Marizanne Kapp, and they'll pick up just the 1. Good bit of work there by Armitage to get the ball in the air quickly, and probably heard the cries of take it, take it. That was to get the bails off. So another over ticks by, better one again. 9 runs off it, so 18 off the last 2, and the Stars 108 now, so 108 for 4 with 2 overs to go. So 2 overs remaining. Marizanne Kapp with 30. Van Neerkerk has 32. They're going to give themselves something to bowl at. They will have something to defend, which at 52 for 4, when Nizal Lee went in the 8th over, seemed a long way off. Now, we are going to see Lindsay Smith back into the attack, but from the railway end. So she was all set to bowl the 18th over from the pavilion end. She's now going to bowl the 19th over instead from the railway end. Couple of practice deliveries up there towards mid-off. Healy is making sure all the fielders are in the right place. So much experience. Healy, of course, behind the stumps. So, Lindsay Smith, left arm, round the wicket. Very quick this one, and it's swung in the air by Marizanne Kapp, straight down Long On's throat, and it's dropped. So that's a bit of a giveaway, that one, because it was swung high in the air, down towards Long On, and down it goes. So, a life for Marizanne Kapp. Picks up 2, moves on to 32, 110 for 4. Smith is in. That is a wide delivery driven by Marizanne Kapp out towards extra cover, and there is no run. Feeling it might have been Katie Levick down there who's just put that chance down. As over round the wicket, apologies. Once again goes Lindsay Smith. This is driven very nicely by Marizanne Kapp just for a single. Lovely shot for 1 out towards the sweeper on the cover boundary road. That moves on to 33, 111 for 4 now. The Surrey Stars in the 19th of their 20 overs. Van Neerkirk waiting on 32, and this is swung leg side. Got enough on this. Rodriguez is underneath it and takes the catch. So Van Neerkirk's good innings comes to an end, looking to get on with it, but Rodriguez had to move, and nicely taken by her. And Lindsay Smith has the wicket, but Van Neerkirk, good innings that, just when the Surrey Stars needed it, and goes for 32. Van Neerkirk, they crossed, so the good thing is it will mean that Marizanne Kapp and Maddie Villiers is jogging out there to join Marizanne Kapp. 111 for 5 in the 19th over now. The Surrey Stars. But a good partnership there between Marizanne Kapp and Van Neerkirk. 59 they put on together. And Maddie Villiers has jogged out there straight away. Really keen to get on with this is Maddie Villiers. So a bit of Beyonce here, I think it is, going around Woodbridge Road. So Maddie Villiers takes her guard. I thought they'd cross, but obviously they haven't, because Marizanne Kapp is still down there at the non-striker's end on 33. So Maddie Villiers, right-handed, waits for her first delivery from Lindsay Smith, and Maddie Villiers backs away and cuts straight down to backward point. And there is no run up against Lisa Healy again. Maddie Villiers got her in the international debut, of course, and then got her in the opening game of the competition back up at Headingley. As reverse sweep is out from Maddie Villiers, that sent everybody the wrong way. It will actually roll out to the sweeper on the cover boundary rope, and they'll take the single. So end of the over. And a good one there from Bryony Smith. Just 3, Bryony Smith, apologies. A good one there from Lindsay Smith. And 3 off it. And 19 gone. The wicket as well of Van Neerkirk. So 1 over left. So they'd want to be up around 120. Well, they're on 112 for 5. And it's going to be Beth Langston to bowl the final over down below us from the pavilion end here in Guildford. And it will be Maddie Villiers on strike. Marizanne Kapp is at the non-striker's end. What can the Surrey Stars find of this final over from Langston, who's in over the wicket? Maddie Villiers, nice her feet and then to the off stump. So a nice bit of bowling that from Beth Langston. It also means that Marizanne Kapp still stuck at the non-striker's end. That's very well bowled by Langston. You miss, I hit. And that's 112 for 6 now. The Stars in the 20th over. Marizanne Kapp will just be desperate to get on strike here. Laura Marsh makes her way out to the middle to join Marizanne Cap. At the moment, Marizanne Cap stuck down at the non-striker's end, so she definitely won't see 2 balls of the final over. And another modern day tune is played out with that wicket around the ground. Oh, it might be Beyonce again. Bit of Beyonce being played here today. So, Laura Marsh out there in the middle. 5 balls left of this Surrey Stars innings. And Marsh taking her guard. There'll be third man on the edge of the circle, backward point sweeper on the cover rope, extra cover mid-off, long on, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square, fine leg on the edge of the circle. Langston over the wicket to Laura Marsh, full toss first up, and Laura Marsh swings it leg side, will just get a single. Armitage comes up to do the fielding, and that will get Marizanne Cap onto strike. So Marsh onto 1, Cap comes back onto strike on 33. Got 4 balls left of the innings, Marizanne Cap, to try and get Surrey up to around about 120. 113 for 6 they are at the moment. Langston's over the wicket, and little reverse paddle sweep from Marizanne Cap. Top edge, flies away for 4 runs. So that's handy boundary. And Marizanne Cap moves on to 37, 117 for 6. I don't know why I said reverse, because it was an orthodox sweep there from Marizanne Cap on her leg stump. Top edge, flew away with fine leg on the edge of the circle. Very well played by Marizanne Cap. 3 balls left. 117 for 6, the Stars. Marizanne Cap drives straight. Looking shot this, but very good fielding down below us with the slide. Davidson Richards keeps it down to 2. Marizanne Cap, another couple, moves on to 39. 119 for 6. Bit of work there from Davidson Richards though at long on to sprint round, slide and get the ball inside the rope. Langston over the wicket to Cap. Oh dear, this is way down the leg side, looking for the slower one. Wide will be the signal, so that'll be 1 more to the total, and the extra delivery of course in the over. So that's the 120 we were talking about. 120 for 6, the Stars. Still a couple of balls to go in the innings. Recovered pretty well from 52 for 4. Marizanne Cap, slower one, well bowled by Langston. Marizanne Cap looking to cut that. Just threw it far too early, and it goes past her outside edge. 1 bounce into the gloves of Healy. So this is the final ball of the Surrey Stars 20 overs. Cap and Marsh talking about what options Marizanne Cap has, where Marsh sees gaps and Marizanne Cap sees gaps. So last ball, 120 for 6, the Stars. Cap on strike on 39, and she's down the pitch looking to whip leg side, hits the pad, rolls away into the offside. Leg by will be the signal. Marizanne Cap, very good innings. 39 not out, and Laura Marsh will finish 1 not out, and the Surrey Stars have posted 121 for 6 off their 20 overs, so that'll mean 122 for the Yorkshire Diamonds to win this one here on BBC London. We'll have a 10-minute break and then we'll be back with you, but Surrey Stars, stuck in by the Yorkshire Diamonds, have posted 121 for 6. Well, a very warm welcome back to Guildford here on BBC Radio London. Break is over in this Kia Super League game between the Surrey Stars and the Yorkshire Diamonds, and the Surrey Stars having been stuck in by the Yorkshire Diamonds, 121 for 6 off their 20 overs, thanks mainly to a partnership between Van Neerkerk and Marizanne Kapp. Van Neerkerk 32, Marizanne Kapp 39 not out. Those two came together with Surrey 52 for 4 in the 8th, and when Van Neerkerk went in the 19th, that was 111 for 5, so 59 they put on. Bowled very nicely did the Yorkshire Diamonds, so Healy and Winfield are out there in the middle. Marizanne Kapp will get us started from the railway end of the ground. So 122 to win for Yorkshire Diamonds. I'll give you some bowling figures in a moment's time, as just waiting for everybody to settle down. Sarah Taylor's just adjusting the field there behind the stumps. Sarah Taylor. Yorkshire Diamonds, Katie George, outstanding for me with the ball today. 4 overs, 1 for 20. Levick, 4 overs, 2 for 13. Got them off to a really good start with her leg break. So it's Marizanne Kapp with her first delivery to Healy. That's very wide outside the off stump, and Sarah Taylor takes that and wides the signal. So those bowling figures for you: Levick 2 for 13 off 4, Langston 1 for 36 off 4, George 1 for 20 off 4, Smith 1 for 17 off 3, Davidson Richards 1 for 23 off 3, and Casper none for 10 off 2. Marizanne Kapp in over the wicket to Healy, and the right-handed Healy gets one that nips back at her thick inside edge, looking to push it out into the offside. Yet to really catch fire in this competition, Alicia Healy, top score of 31, averaging 18.6. Of course, one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world in this form of the game, Healy. But yet to really catch fire for the Diamonds, as Kapp runs in towards us. Right arm over the wicket, Healy drives. That's a good looking shot. Oh, and it's got through extra cover. It's the captain, Siver, and that'll be a single for Healy to get off the mark, and Lauren Winfield comes on to strike, the Yorkshire Diamonds captain. A little misfield there from Nat Siver, and that gets Healy off the mark. 2 without loss, the Yorkshire Diamonds. Winfield just getting those feet moving, having a little survey of the field at the moment is Lauren Winfield, right-hander, and stands with that bat raised high in the air as Marizanne Kapp is in, and Winfield's forward and turning this one straight back up the pitch. And there is no run. Holly Armitage, and then Jemima Rodriguez, Alice Davison Richards, Bess Heath, Katie George, Beth Langston, Lee Kasperick, Lindsay Smith, and Katie Levick. Line up for the Yorkshire Diamonds. As Marizanne Kapp is over the wicket, Winfield just opens the face, guides this one down towards backward point, and they will pick up a single as Van Neerkerk goes round from slip to do the fielding. Off the mark is Winfield. Quiet start in this first over, apart from the sound of that train, of course. 3 without loss. Apologies if you're not seeing the pictures on the live stream, but as I said, I'll try and paint the picture for you if I can. As in over the wicket comes Kapp, and this is cut in the air by Healy, just in front of backward point. Diving away to her right was Bryony Smith. Didn't quite get to her. It was uppish from Healy. Didn't quite get to Bryony Smith in there at backward point. So Liz Ali taking absolute stunning catch here last week at backward point. That one not getting to Bryony Smith. Over the wicket comes Kapp then to Winfield, and Winfield pushes down towards the man. That'll be a single. That'll be the throw coming in over the top of the stumps, and that will be the end of the first over here on BBC Radio London. Eva Gray doing the fielding down there at third man. Her first touch of the ball in the competition this season into the side today. So 1 over gone and 5 without loss. The Yorkshire Diamonds on the chase of 122 to win this game. Surrey Stars beating Yorkshire Diamonds up at Headingley in the opening fixture. Now Maddie Villiers to bowl from the pavilion end. Sort of had Healy in her back pocket. So I think Maddie Villiers will quite look forward to bowling at Healy. Very talented young bowler, Maddie Villiers. Very talented cricketer all round. 5 without loss. Winfield on strike. Maddie Villiers with her off breaks will come round the wicket from the pavilion end. Second over into Winfield. Full toss first up, and Winfield has knocked this one down to Laura Marsh up there at mid-on, and Laura Marsh aiming at the stumps, but it was wide and would have been in trouble, I think, had that hit. Lauren Winfield, 6 without loss, and that brings Healy on to strike for the first time here to Maddie Villiers, who got her up at Headingley, of course got her in her T20 debut. This is too short though, and Healy will open up the feet and pull that away for 4. Bit of a gimme that for Healy, and Healy moves on to 6, and the Yorkshire Diamonds move on to 10 without loss. Maddie Villiers just dropping that one in there and then pulled away by the right-handed Healy. Villiers is in once more, tosses this one up, almost, has she chipped it straight back? She has. Villiers claims the catch. No, she says it's come on the half volley. So just for a second I thought that had gone to Maddie Villiers, and she had Healy again caught and bowled, but she came up with the ball and said it had gone on the half volley to her. Round the wicket she comes once again, Villiers. Healy's down the ground. Has she got enough of this? She has. Up and over the top of mid-off, and she'll pick up 2 as Laura Marsh does the fielding. Laura Marsh and Nat Siver, not too sure where that was going for a second, and in the end sort of went straight over Laura Marsh's shoulder. I think she probably lost that in the sun, but Healy didn't get all of it, but picks up 2. Moves on to 8. 12 without loss. Maddie Villiers in once more. Healy will back away and cut, and half stopped in the covers. They'll get a single as Siver does the backing up, and the throw comes in. And 1 more to the total. Bryony Smith getting a goodish hand on that. That was travelling off the bat of Healy. Round the wicket comes Maddie Villiers once again, and this one's down the ground from Winfield's chipped it over the top of mid-on. It's running away down to the boundary rope and away for 4 runs, but that's lovely, lovely placement. Just a little chip down the ground, and it runs away for 4. Lizelle Lee's not out there at the moment, so no Lizelle Lee out there. She of course got struck on the hand when she was batting, so that'll be the reason for that. So no Lizelle Lee out there, and that one was just chipped straight down the ground and away for 4 runs. So 2 overs gone, 17 without loss. It looked almost like the Diamonds targeted Maddie Villiers there, using their feet trying to knock her off a line and length. So no Lizelle Lee out there for Surrey in the field. So we'll have a bit of treatment after she looked to sweep a ball. I think struck her on the forearm. So Marizanne Kapp to bowl off 3rd over. Healy on strike on 9. As Marizanne Kapp is right arm over the wicket to Healy, who's cutting uppishly down towards 3rd man, and that'll run away for 4 runs despite Eva Gray's best efforts to get round to that. That's over the rope and away for 4. So Healy's come out here looking very, very positive. On to 13 she goes, 21 without loss. Lisa Healy looking dangerous at the moment. Walked out there. Looks to be playing some shots today. 21 without loss. Caps in, and that's straight delivery, which is just pushed out into the offside by Healy. And there is no run. But, well, there's many ways of chasing down the total, but trying to take the guts out of it in the first 6 overs is one way, and that's looks like that's exactly what they're doing here at the moment. As Marizanne Kapp comes in over the wicket to Healy, and Healy's forward, and lovely placement again, just guides this one off down towards 3rd man, and Eva Gray comes round to do the fielding. Back at the Kia Oval, Surrey men at tea in the Championship, at tea
Ollie Pope 99 not out, Aaron Finch 34 not out, 3:37 for 4, so they've got a session to push it on there. Have Surrey against Hampshire in the championship. Could be an interesting day tomorrow now, as Cap is in to Winfield, and Winfield is forward and pushing this one straight back up the pitch. And there's no run. And in the other Kia Super League game that's going on at the moment, Western Storm posted 170 for 3 off their 20 overs, and the Southern Vipers are 18 for 1. It's an extraordinary game going on between Kent and Essex, because Kent in their second innings were 40 all out, meaning that Essex need 125 to win. As little outside edge, is it from Winfield? It is, and taken by Sarah Taylor. Bit of extra bounce from Marizanne Cap, and I think Winfield shaped up to run that down to third man, but it got big on her, and little outside edge, and nicely taken by Sarah Taylor. So first wicket for the Surrey Stars, and it's the Yorkshire Diamonds captain, Lauren Winfield. Taylor made that look very neat and tidy as always. Marizanne Cap has the wicket. Winfield gone for 7, and 22 for 1 now are the Yorkshire Diamonds, and this the third of their 20 overs, chasing 122 to win. So Holly Armitage strolls out there into the middle to join Elisa Healy, and Sarah Taylor, as always, very neat, very tidy, just tumbled away to her right hand side, but that did get big on Lauren Winfield, looking to run it down to third man, I think, and found the edge. Marizanne Cap, and a nice tumbling take from Sarah Taylor made it all look very straightforward as usual. That Sivers just having a quick chat with the umpire about something, and then jogs back to her position there at extra cover. Marizanne Cap, first ball for the right-handed Holly Armitage. Cap is in, and Armitage is turning this one into the leg side, and will pick up a single to get off the mark straight away, and that will bring Healy back onto strike, but good over that from Marizanne Cap. Gets the wicket of Winfield. 5 off the over, 3 gone, and 23 for 1 at this stage. Surrey Stars were 15 for 2 in their innings, so 23 for 1 after 3 overs, and at the moment it's all pretty even Stevens. Van Neerkerk's coming into the attack. He's been very good with the ball this season, leading wicket taker for the Surrey Stars in the competition, 8 wickets, economy rate of 6.33, best of 3 for 20. It's Loughborough Lightning here. Very good stuff from Van Neerkerk. The leggies, and she'll be bowling at Healy. 2 outside the circle will be a deep mid wicket and a long on. Sound of a train rattling along the tracks again as Van Neerkerk comes in over the wicket. And this first one's short and pulled by Healy just past the diving Villiers in there at short mid-wicket. Will get a single. Marizanne Cap doing the fielding, but Maddie Villiers hung in the air there, just past her right hand. 24 for 1. Apologies, it was Armitage on strike. Healy waits over her bat on 14. That's short again, and pulled by Healy all along the carpet out towards Marizanne Cap, who's got an amazing arm. Marizanne Cap, it's nothing more than a flick of the wrist. Whistles the ball into the gloves of Sarah Taylor. Healy moves on to 15, 25 for 1. Armitage comes back onto strike on 2. Lovely day now here in Guildford. Van Neerkerk's in, tosses this one up. Armitage is slog sweeping all along the carpet out towards Marizanne Cap. Again, lovely throw from Marizanne Cap, taken one-handed by Sarah Taylor. 1 more to the total for Armitage. She moves on to 3, 26 for 1. Healy comes back onto strike on 15. This one's a bit quicker and flatter and cut by Healy, and that Siver does the fielding. Eventually out there at extra cover, took a little bobble on the captain. Did well, got everything behind it on that occasion. In that Siver, and there's no run.
Waits once again. Over a bat does Healy. As in over the wicket goes Van Neerkerk, and Healy just waits for this one off the back foot, works it down towards long on, and they'll take another single. One more to the total. On to strike comes Armitage. 3 for Holly Armitage so far. Tall figure at the crease is Armitage. Well, that's nicely bowled by Van Neerkerk. Just got it to dip at Armitage. I think it was shaping up to go down the ground, but it's good over that. Appreciated away to our left-hand side by Harry, who in the first innings, of course, was on the roof. Now clapping loudly on his stool away to our left-hand side. One of the greats next to him as well, looking resplendent as always. Sunglasses, watching away to our left-hand side. 4 gone, 27 for 1 then. The Yorkshire Diamonds in pursuit of 122 here on BBC Radio London in the Kia Super League. Back here on Sunday. That's Harry dropping the bottle now over the concrete on the floor. You've not had a quiet day, have you, Harry? You really haven't. As Marizanne Cap from the railway end will come in over the wicket to chop down towards third man. Just nick back on her a touch. Bottom edge down into the offside, and there's no run as Sarah Taylor comes round from behind the stumps to pick up. Just building up a little bit of pressure here. The Surrey Stars. Marizanne Cap over the wicket. Armitage in behind a short ball, nicely bowled by Marizanne Cap. Very experienced, of course, Marizanne Cap with the ball. And going only at 4.69 this season in the Kia Super League. Tremendous economy rate from Marizanne Cap. Runs today as well, 39 not out. Valuable runs as Healy's looking to whip leg side. It's hitting the pad, rolling away, and leg by will be the signal. One more to the total. 28 for 1. Now the Diamonds. We get Marizanne Cap, all that experience, of course, in international cricket. And very much part of the Surrey Stars side that won this competition last year, of course. Marizanne Cap, 102 ODIs is in here, and that's climbed on Armitage. Nice bit of bowling. 102 ODIs for Marizanne Cap. 114 wickets, 1,724 runs in terms of T20s, 75 T20s, internationals 857 runs and 56 T20 international wickets. So huge amounts of experience. Marizanne Cap is into Armitage, and Armitage just pushes a back of a length delivery down into the offside. Takes a single as Bryony Smith comes around to do the fielding. One more to the total. One more to Armitage. She moves on to 4. That brings Healy back onto strike once again. As I say, Elisa Healy is really not yet to fire in this competition. Is today the day, I wonder? We'll wait to see. As Marizanne Cap is in, and here goes Healy looking for the big shot down the ground, but doesn't get any of this at all, and it just potters up towards mid-on. Just looking to go over the top there with Healy, and didn't really get anything on that. Just 2 off the over from Marizanne Cap. Very tidy again from Marizanne Cap. 9 for 1. The Surrey Stars have the Yorkshire Diamonds, who are chasing 122 for victory. Here on BBC Radio London, Ollie Pope has 100. So well played, Ollie Pope, back at the Kia Oval. Second championship game of the summer. His first one back since that dislocated shoulder. And played the first championship game of the summer, but Ollie Pope with 100 down there at the Kia Oval. Following Scott Borthwick, Aaron Finch is sort of settling in as well. So Surrey can press on this evening in the final session against Hampshire. As Armitage waits for Maddie Villiers, who's back into the attack, and Maddie Villiers to bowl off 6th over, apologies. Last one of the power play, and that's swept by Armitage out towards deep backward square. And Armitage picks up the single, moves on to 5, 30 for 1. Harry will be pleased with that news. Sat there away to our left. I think he's trying to keep an eye on this game, of course, and then what's going on back down at the Kia Oval. He's a busy man today. Noisy man today. As Villiers round the wicket to Healy. Short ball cut by Healy and finds the gap. It was uppish, but finds the gap and away for 4 it goes. So Healy moves on to 20. And the Diamonds moving on to 34 for 1. Not exactly where she intended. It's sort of more toe end of the bat, but it hit the gap and then sped off to the boundary rope for 4 runs. 34 for 1. Maddie Villiers comes round the wicket once again. Healy waits for this. Oh, looking to run down to third man. Goes past the outside edge. Nice response that from Maddie Villiers after being hit for 4. And then drifting one past the outside edge. 34 for 1. Villiers is in once again. Healy uses her feet, pushes back up the pitch. Villiers does the fielding off her own bowling. Nicely bowled again by Maddie Villiers. Laura Marsh will come into the attack at some point. Stood up there at mid-off. As this is quicker from round the wicket by Villiers. Cut into the offside by Healy, and Bryony Smith tumbling stop away to her right hand side. Healy just comes down to do a bit of gardening. Cranston stood there at fine leg on the edge of the circle. As round the wicket goes Maddie Villiers, tosses this up, and Healy's gone inside out just over the top of Bryony Smith on the edge of the circle at cover, and this will run away for 4 more. Again, not exactly where she intended, Healy, but got enough bat on it to get it up and over the top of the ring and down to the boundary rope for 4. 9 off the over. End of the power play for the Diamonds. They're 38 for 1 in pursuit of 122 after 6 overs. Surrey Stars were 42 for 3. So Surrey Stars ahead in terms of runs, but Yorkshire Diamonds with a couple of extra wickets in hand. And it looks like the skipper, Nat Sivers, bringing herself into the attack down there at the railway end of the ground. So Nat Siver into the attack for the first time today. Surrey Stars captain, of course. And it will be Holly Armitage on strike on 5. 38 for 1. The Diamonds. Duckworth Lewis par is always a good indicator. 36 it says. So they're ahead of where they need to be. Nat Siver, the medium pace is in, and Armitage has just guided this one down towards third man with an open face, and they'll get back for 2. As round came Eva Gray to do the fielding, but they pick up 2 more. Armitage will move on to 7. 40 for 1 now. The Diamonds. Siver just wants Eva Gray a little finer down there at third man, just pushing her round to her left a touch. Waiting over her bat then is the right-handed Armitage, as Siver is in, and this one's cut uppishly by Armitage just to where Eva Gray was, who now has to go round to her right to do the retrieval work, but does well. Gets round quickly and gets the throw away, and they'll just get the single. Armitage moves on to 8. Bit of extra bounce. That's how Marizanne Kapp got rid of Lauren Winfield, with one that just bounced a bit more. Katie George got a lot of bounce coming down the slope from the railway end of the ground. So Cranstone's being pushed out to sweep up on the cover boundary rope now, as Nat Siver comes in over the wicket to Healy. Healy turns leg side, won't get a run, just rolls into mid-wicket. There is Marizanne Kapp to do the fielding. Cranstone sweeping out there on the cover boundary rope, as Over the wicket once again goes Nat Siver. Oh, this is high in the air. Now this could go down Cranston's throat. Oh, and it's a great effort. Got hands to it, but has parried it over the boundary rope and away for 6. That'll be. Great effort to get to it. Backpedaling and just knocks it. Comes straight out the hands and over the rope and away for 6. And Healy on to 30 here. 47 for 1. Backpedaling, and then hands and parried it over the rope. As in, once again, goes Siver and runs for Healy, just tucking this one off her hip. Down towards short, fine leg. And one more to the total. Anna Jones down there at short, fine leg, doing the fielding. 48 for 1. Onto strike comes Armitage, but that was a really good effort from Cranston. Backpedaling and then hands to it, but parried it over the rope for 6. Armitage waits and forward she goes, pushes this one down to backward point. Will get a single. One more to Holly Armitage, she moves on to 9. So just ticking this along at the moment. At the Diamonds, 11 off that over from Nat Siver. And 49 for 1. The Diamonds after 7 in pursuit of 122, so that's another 73 required by the Yorkshire Diamonds to win this one here on BBC Radio London. The Diamonds with just the 1 win so far in the competition, beating Lancashire Thunder by 9 runs at Liverpool. So Surrey Stars, of course, coming off the back of 2 defeats as well. Amy Gordon is into the attack down below us, and Amy Gordon in the competition so far, 1 wicket, best of 1 for 6, economy rate of 5, so very tidy. Her 4th game of the comp. So Amy Gordon into the attack, so this will be interesting as well. So it will be Armitage on strike. Gordon just having a bit of a chat with her captain, Nat Siver. Cranston's going out to sweep up on the cover boundary rope again. Bryony Smith is there at backward point. Villiers at extra cover. Laura Marsh at mid-off. Siver goes into mid-wicket. Jones is on the edge of the circle. At fine leg. Marizanne Cap is out there at deep backward square. Sarah Taylor up to the stumps. Bryony Smith at backward point as Amy Gordon is in, driven by Armitage, straight out there to Maddie Villiers at extra cover. And there is no run. Buses going along the Woodbridge Road. We're heading towards 5 o'clock and home time, so it'll get pretty busy along the Woodbridge Road as this game goes on. To the 8th over, 49 for 1. The Diamonds. Amy Gordon is in. Right arm over the wicket to Armitage, who drives. Villiers gets a hand to it. And Cranston does the tidying up. I just feel that the job here for Holly Armitage is just get Healy on strike. That's the 50 up for the Diamonds. So 50 up for the Yorkshire Diamonds here on BBC Radio London. So just setting up this run chase at the moment of the Diamonds as Gordon is in to Healy. Healy gets up on her toes, cuts down towards backward point, and there is no run. Looking at Healy's record, it's absolutely outstanding. 67 ODIs, high score of 133. 1,208 runs with T20 internationals, 95, 1,489 runs. Healy waits and punches this one from Gordon out into the offside, and Villiers does the fielding. Good stuff from Amy Gordon. Line and length at the moment from Amy Gordon. 50 for 1. The Surrey Stars 50 came up in the 8th over as well, so they're neck and neck at the moment, but the Diamonds have a couple of extra wickets in hand. Over the wicket comes Gordon once again to Healy, and Healy again wicket to wicket from Gordon. Good stuff, and Healy can only push this one straight back up the pitch and Amy Gordon doing the fielding off her own bowling, and again there's no run. Holly Armitage comes down to do a bit of gardening down below us. And now Laura Marsh goes from mid-off to long-off. Third man comes up to the edge of the circle. So long-off and a long-on. Van Neerkerk's down there at long-on as over the wicket goes Gordon, and Healy will get a run down to backward point, quickly taken single. Oh, now Sarah Taylor has taken that in front of the stumps and then brought the ball back to hit the stumps. But Armitage was safely home. That's a very good over from Amy Gordon. First up, just 2 runs off it. And 51 for 1 are the Diamonds. Chasing 122. If you're just tuning in for the first time, good afternoon to you. And the Surrey Stars were stuck in by the Diamonds, 121 for 6, with Marizanne capped 39 not out, and Van Neerkerk made 32. They put on 59 for the 5th wicket. Katie Levick, super bowling, couple of wickets for her, one for Katie George. Davidson Richards with a wicket, one for Smith and one for Langston, so shared around the wickets. So 51 for 1. At the moment, they're ticking along okay, but without doing anything too spectacular. We've had some big shots. Now Van Neerkerk's coming into the attack from the railway end, but the big shots have come from Healy. Van Neerkerk by 1 over from the pavilion end, now into the attack from the railway end. With her leg breaks coming in over the wicket to Healy, and Healy backs away and cuts and gets it in the gap, through the covers and away for 4. That Siver got round to Laura Marsh, apologies, got round to her left. I thought she got that, but it's got underneath her. It was powerfully struck by Healy. He's on to 36 here. And what will worry the Surrey Stars is this is now Healy's highest score of the competition this year. 55 for 1. And Neerkerk's in. That's short again, bounces on Healy, who chops it down to backward point, and Bryony Smith does the fielding. And there is no run, and Healy just telling Armitage that there wasn't going to be a single there, because Holly Armitage looked quite keen to set off from the non-striker's end. Spins the ball in her fingers once again. As Van Neerkerk then comes in over the wicket, tosses this up, and it's a slog sweep from Healy, and it's well struck, and it's brilliantly fielded by Cranston, diving away to his left-hand side. And they're going to pick up a single there. That was really good from Cranston. Sprinted round, dived to her left, did the fielding. 56 for 1. Brings Armitage into strike on 10. Over the wicket then comes Van Neerkerk. Oh, and it's missed everything. Armitage looking at whip leg side. It's missed Armitage's bat, missed the stumps, missed Taylor. This will be byes, I think. Yep, 2 of them. Jones comes round, Hannah Jones, to do the retrieval work down below us. But that's 2 more to the total. 58 for 1 now. Yorkshire Diamonds, but yeah, that one there just missed everything. Hannah Jones on the field to play for Liz Lee at the moment. As in over the wicket once again, Van Neerkerk, and Armitage drives this one straight back down the pitch, and Van Neerkerk does the fielding off her own bowling. Haven't seen Liz Lee in this Yorkshire Diamonds innings. Bit of a worry because she got struck on the hand when she was batting. Continued, but then we haven't seen her fielding in this Yorkshire Diamonds innings, as this one's tossed up by Van Neerkerk and swept out towards Cranston from the right-handed Armitage. Will pick up a single. 1 more to the total. Apologies, Maddie Villiers out there doing the fielding. And 1 more to Armitage. She moves on to 11 and keeps the strike. 9 overs have gone. 59 for 1. So really, just pushing it along now. A touch more. The Yorkshire Diamonds. Amy Gordon will continue down below us. Bit of a chat out there in the middle between Armitage and Healy. 63 more needed. 11 overs to go for the Diamonds. After 9 overs, Surrey Stars were 55 for 3. So it's not a huge amount in this at the moment. Could be a good game. Tight old game here at Guildford this afternoon. Had one tie in the competition already. Just throw that out there early. Amy Gordon coming into Armitage. She's up the 10th over and looking to whip round that front pad. Hits the front pad, going down the leg side, but they'll get... Was there bat in that? Oh, there must have been bat. No signal from the umpire. So that'll be one more to Armitage. We'll move on to 12. Diamonds move on to 60 for 1. This brings Healy back onto strike on 37. Over the wicket, then Amy Gordon. Bit of swing back into Healy, and Healy just opens the face, guides this one off down to third man. They'll take the single as the throw is whipped into the gloves of Sarah Taylor. More to the total. More to Healy. Looking very dangerous on 38 from a Surrey Stars perspective. 61 for 1. 10th over. Armitage jumps outside her off stump, so Gordon just goes straighter, and Armitage works this one off her hip down towards Hannah Jones at short fine leg on the field of play for Lizelle Lee. One more to the total for Armitage. One more takes her on to 13, brings Healy back onto strike on 38. Glorious afternoon here in Guildford on the roof of the pavilion. Good game. Gordon is in to Healy. Healy drives in the air to Laura Marsh, who takes the catch. Big wicket for the Surrey Stars. And a big wicket for Amy Gordon. It's Healy. Threw it a bit early, and a good catch from Laura Marsh. Had to fling herself forward. And that's a big, big wicket for the Surrey Stars and for Amy Gordon. And, well, still yet to really explode in the competition. Elisa Healy goes for 38. 62 for 2, 40 added between Armitage and Healy, but Healy now goes in the 10th over. So Rodriguez will make her way. Jemima Rodriguez out there in the middle now, joining Armitage. Rodriguez, of course, a hugely talented player in her own right. And out there now with a bit of a job to do with that wicket of Lisa Healy's played 10 ODIs, only 18. 20s as Rodriguez. So very, very fine player. Surrey Stars will be delighted to see the back of Healy. Right-handed Rodriguez as Amy Gordon. Ready to come in over the wicket to Rodriguez, and her first ball is jumping on her a touch from back of a length, and it's edged down towards backward point, and the throw comes in, and Rodriguez is off the mark straight in, but Rodriguez off the mark, and 63 for 2. Diamonds. Back onto strike comes Armitage. Winfield going for 7. Healy for 38. Bubbling up very nicely here at Guildford. We'll be halfway after this over from Amy Gordon, who is in to Armitage, who drives and will get a single. Amy Gordon, and encouragement from the crowd there. 64 for 2. Chasing 122. That's a good catch from Laura Marsh. Had to dive forward. It almost didn't get to her. She dived forward and came up with the ball. Held it in the air in delight. And Nat Siver will bowl our 11th over from the Armitage. Will be on strike on 14. The field will be deep mid-wicket sweeper on the cover rope. Third man. Just trying to see where number 4 is. Deep mid-wicket sweeper on the cover. Oh, she's only got the 3. Oh no, long on as well. As a short ball from Siver is pulled by Armitage into the leg side, and well stopped by Maddie Smith. So that will bring Rodriguez onto strike again. 1 to her name. 65 for 2. Rodriguez looks around the field and then settles herself down over her bat once more. Taylor up to the stumps as Siver is in. Over the wicket to Rodriguez, and oh wow, that has bounced on Rodriguez. And I'm not sure she got any from back of her length. I think that was the gloves of Sarah Taylor there, rather than anything from Rodriguez. And I think Sarah Taylor's decided now, I'm not going to stand up after that. Very sensibly, Sarah Taylor has gone to get the helmet and then pops her cap on instead. So after seeing that one take off, not gonna stand up. He has a cut at the wide one. Wide will be the signal. More to the total. And the extra delivery in the over, of course. 66 for 2. The Diamonds. 122 the target. Rodriguez waits again, as in over the wicket comes Siver. Rodriguez, nicely played, just opens the face and runs this off down. 150 so far. Just nicely played. Ran it very fine down to the third man boundary rope for 4 runs. He moves on to 5. They get a slip in now. Just feels, A, that was deliberate, and B, that the horse may have not only bolted, but B, winning best in show at Hickstead now. As in over the wicket comes 2. The Diamonds. As waiting once again is Rodriguez. As over the wicket comes Siver, and Rodriguez chops this one down towards backward point. Bryony Smith doing the fielding. Moving round to just waits for the ball to come, and then those wrists get into play. As going leg side, high in the air. This should be out. Oh, it's dropped. Dropped there on the edge of the circle by Amy Gordon. Should have been taken. And down there at mid-on, it's the life for Rodriguez. It's a catch that should have really been taken. Surrey Stars. Amy Gordon, that massive wicket of Healy, but then the drop of Rodriguez, and Amy Gordon will have to put that to the back of her mind, because she's going to bowl the 12th over now. So got rid of one of the big names off her own bowling, but then dropping Rodriguez there off the bowling of Nat Siver. Armitage 15 not out. Rodriguez with the weather today. Just waiting for Nat Siver, who's run across to have a chat with her bowler, Amy Gordon. Any change in the field? I don't think so. And Taylor will be up to the stumps. So over the wicket, here comes Amy Gordon. Drives, doesn't time this at all, comes straight off the toe end of her bat and just potters out to Maddie Villiers. There, Amy Gordon runs away from us, comes in over the wicket, and Armitage drives again. Doesn't really time it. It's a nice looking shot, but it's going straight to the fielder. And Laura Marsh moving round to her right hand side to do the fielding on that occasion, and there's no run. So tidy start from Amy Gordon once again. Armitage, and that'll be away for 4. So Amy Gordon, it's the first one she's dropped short, and it just sat up really for Armitage, who's tall, and just pulled it away behind square, and that has whistled off for 4 runs. And on to 19 goes Armitage. 76 for 2 now. Over the wicket once again goes Amy Gordon. And this one's driven by Armitage, well fielded by Maddie Villiers. On the half volley in there at extra cover. Good bit of work that from Maddie Villiers. That one was much better timed by Armitage on the drive. Armitage on to 19 now. She's the leading run scorer in the competition for the Diamonds. 133 her right. It's a good bit of work off her own bowling there from Amy Gordon. Sound of an aeroplane flying overhead. Nice looking player, Holly Armitage. Missed last year because of injury, and is in good form this year. right outside her off stump, and then opens the face. Oh, and that's beating the dive at short third man, and they'll pick up a couple. That'll be 2 more to the total. A little bit messy that from the Surrey Stars. 2 more to Armitage. Moves on to 21, 6 off the over, 12 gone. So tidy over again that from Amy Gordon. 78. Rodriguez has 7 but has been dropped. And Armitage looking dangerous on 21. So that Siver turns to Marizanne Cap. So there's the announcement that Marizanne Cap is coming back into the attack. 44 more needed by the Diamonds. It'll be Rodriguez on strike, and they railway end on a length. Goes Rodriguez, pushes this one straight back up the pitch. Marizanne Cap does the fielding off her own bowling, and there is no run. Sun's just beginning to come out again from behind some clouds here in Guildford. Cap is over the wicket to Rodriguez for 2. Marizanne Cap gets the ball back in her hands once again. Rodriguez on 7, settles over her bat as Cap is in over the wicket to her, and Rodriguez is forward and pushing into the offside. Siver gets round to her right to do the fielding, and there is no sides. Yorkshire Diamonds looking for a second win in the competition. Surrey Stars looking to get back to winning ways after 2 straight defeats. Marizanne Cap right arm over the wicket, and this will be runs. Rodriguez gets a ball back of the length and just tucks it into the leg side and scampers the single. That takes Rodriguez on to 8 and moves the Yorkshire Diamonds on to 79 for 2. Encouragement there for Marizanne Cap. Just going to bring fine leg Hannah Jones up to the edge of the circle. Scoreboard's got stuck at the moment. Pretty sure that should be 79 for 2. Armitage on 21. Cap is into her, and Armitage will get runs. Just pushes this one down to third man. 80 for 2. Armitage will move on to 22. Start scoring myself, I think. Well, not myself, obviously, but yes. Keep an eye on the score there as Marizanne Cap is in. That's a beautiful shot. Just whips it leg side, and that's going to rush away for 4 runs, and that will move the Diamonds on to 84 for 2. So the order's completely stuck now. So that target's 122. We've had 13 overs of the 20. I'm sure there's another scoreboard in the ground. I'm thinking for the players as much as anything here. So it might need a reboot, because I'm pretty sure that scoreboard comes off a computer somewhere. So Van Neerkerk is back into the attack. Down below us, 22. Scoreboard still reading 78 for 2. We're in the 14th over. This is the start of the 14th over. Armitage on strike as Van Neerkerk's in short ball. Armitage cuts this one out towards extra cover, and there is no run. Armitage 22 not out. It's been a good innings this so far. Armitage will pull out towards deep mid wicket. Marizanne Cap gets round to do the fielding. It's good fielding. Throw like an Exocet missile again. 85 for 2. Armitage moves on to 23. Rodriguez comes on to strike. Oh, scoreboard sort of jumped into life again here. So Rodriguez is 5 for 2 it reads, 85 for 2 it is. Siver wants to bring a fielder across into the leg side, so backward point goes Bryony Smith to a straight mid wicket on the leg side for Rodriguez. Van Neerkerk ready now to come in over the wicket to Jemima Rodriguez, as this is out in front of her and then swept it strongly and powerfully for 4. Rodriguez moves on to 16. 89 for 2, greeted by George Ezra. is that sweep shot for 4. 33 more required, so Surrey Stars need a wicket in the 14th over. 33 more needed by the Diamonds. In, that's a full toss, Witt leg side. 17, 90 for 2 now, the Diamonds. 32 more runs required by the Yorkshire Diamonds. Van Neerkerk spins the ball in her fingers once more, then comes in over the wicket to Armitage, and Armitage whips this one down towards deep backward square. Will get a single. Maddie Villiers doing the fielding. One more to Armitage, moves on to 20 in the distance. This one's tossed up and open face from Rodrigues. Runs it down to backward point. They take another single. One more to the total, so they're just manoeuvring this run. It's total downwards at the moment. The Diamonds, without doing anything too spectacular, I have to say. Good stuff from the Diamonds. 30 these two have added now. 30 added for this 3rd wicket, so it's 30 required off 6 overs. Diamonds' key thing is they got wickets in the hutch as well. So Nat Siver to bowl the 15th over. Down there from the railway end. We haven't seen Laura Marsh have a bowl as yet. Marsh in the competition this season. Looking at her stats, 4 wickets. So they've taken the 1 wicket since that opening game. Laura Marsh is Nat Siver. Comes in over the wicket to Rodrigues, and Rodrigues is pushing into the offside. No run there because Bryony Smith coming up to do the fielding. In there at backward point. So tight start. Surrey's men, 376 for 4 now. So Ollie Pope continuing his merry way. Bryony Smith hits, run out Armitage. Very, very good work from Bryony Smith at backward point. Took aim, fired and hit. And that's a big wicket for the Surrey Stars. And Bryony Smith, great throw. And Armitage goes. I'm sure Rodriguez really need to push it there, but she did. And Armitage gone for 24. Good time to get the wicket, but a very good bit of work that from Bryony Smith at backward point. Took aim, fired and hit. Direct, had to be a direct hit because Sarah Taylor wasn't getting up to the stumps. And Alice Davidson-Richards makes her way out to the middle as another train rattles along the tracks away in the distance. Nice innings that from Armitage, but cut off. So good stuff from Bryony Smith. 92 for 3 now. Yorkshire Diamonds. Richards, right-handed, takes her guard. They'll keep Van Neerkerk in now. They'll slip for the new batter. As Nat Siver is in over the wicket, and this is turned leg side. 9 more needed in the 15th over. Diamonds 93 for 3, kept Surrey Stars to 121 for 6 off their 20 overs. Good effort. Siver is in over the wicket to Rodrigues, who drives, doesn't time this at all. And Bryony Smith is up to do the fielding. And there's no run, some encouragement from the crowd down below us. Been a really good crowd on Sunday for the Surrey Stars. Over the wicket is Siver. Oh, and Rodrigues drives. That goes past her inside edge. That's a good length to bowl from that Siver. Just nipping back and bouncing a touch there at Rodrigues, beating her inside edge. Sarah Taylor taking that neatly and tidily down to her. Turning is Siver, and Rodrigues is forward, turning this one into the leg side. Rolls in there towards mid-wicket, and there is no run. Good over from that Siver. Just the single off it, and then the run out of Armitage. So 29 required off 5 overs by the Diamonds. 29 off 5. Called upon now at the back end of this innings when it gets down to the nitty-gritty of this game. Laura Marsh, of course, hugely experienced with the ball. Comes into the attack with, as I say, just the 29 more needed. From this pavilion end, comes over the wicket to Davidson Richards, who drives thick edge to one tossed up outside her off stump. This is going to run off down towards that third man boundary rope. Should be pulled up inside the rope, will be pulled up inside the rope, but it's 2 more for Davidson Richards, 2 more for the Diamonds. Davidson Richards moves on to 3, 95 for 3. Back down the pitch, and the fielding's done off her own bowling by Laura Marsh. Davidson Richards right-handed, comes down the pitch, thickish leading edge, rolls away into the offside. Nicely bowled by Laura Marsh. Just trying to build up a bit of pressure now on the Diamonds, because really the Diamonds should win it from here. Davidson Richards lays back, looks to cut, goes past her outside edge. Nicely taken by Taylor. So 4 balls gone, just the 2 runs off the over. Just a single off the last over from Nat Siver. So just building this all up at the moment at the Stars. As Marsh is into Davidson Richards, who again cannot get this away and just pushes it straight back up the pitch. Now, does Davidson Richards much air? Final ball of the over. Marsh is in. Yeah, that's flat. And Davidson Richards comes down the pitch, and Marsh does the fielding off her own ball. It's a really good over from Laura Marsh. Just the 2 runs off the over. So the last 3 overs have gone for just the 3 runs. That's very good stuff from the Surrey Stars. 27 required near Kirk from the railway end of the ground. Back into the attack. It's got 1 left, I think, Van Neerkerk. 95 for 3. 4 overs remain. Yorkshire Diamonds to make 27. Sound of an aeroplane going overhead. Noisy today, the old flight end of the ground, and Rodrigues will be on strike. As over the wicket then, Van Neerkerk, Rodrigues pulls down towards long on. 1-2 here, I would have thought. They'll get back for the second. Davidson Richards gets her skates on. Oh, Rodrigues, they've gone to the keeper's end. It's a great arm from down there. Gordon, I think it is, down there with the throw, but they get back for 2. Went to the keeper's end to get back for a couple. Into 20, 97 for 3, the Diamonds. Goes wide of the crease here, Van Neerkerk. Oh, lovely shot from Rodrigues. Uses the feet and then drives through extra cover, and despite the best efforts of Cranston, that's over the rope and away for 4. That's just a gorgeous cricket shot. And Rodrigues moves on to 24, brings up the 100. The Diamonds, 101. And that boundary swings it back towards the visitors. Good innings this from Rodrigues. Really good as Van Neerkerk is in. Sweeping is Rodrigues. It's a front pad, gone away into the offside. Looking for the big one over towards that June Wharf. Was Rodrigues. Nothing on it. Dot ball. And over the wicket she comes to Rodrigues. It's come down the pitch, driven. Oh, it's gone through the hands of Van Neerkerk. It's going down to the for 4. So this is a big over, and it's Rodrigues who's doing some damage here. On to 28 she goes. It's down to 17 required now for the Yorkshire Diamonds, and Surrey Stars are staring down the barrel. Comes over the wicket. Rodrigues drives again handsomely out towards Cranston, sweeping on the cover rope. 1 more to Rodrigues. Been a lovely innings this. Moves on to 29, 106 for 3 was, dropped early in her innings. It's now moved on to 29. And Neerkerk, it is, Shiver just heads off down towards long on. 16 needed, 4 boundaries required by the Yorkshire Diamonds. Davidson Richards waits here for Van Neerkerk and then punches out towards Cranston, sweeping on that cover boundary rope as the throw comes in. The end of the over, and 17 overs gone then. Yorkshire Diamonds and Laura Marsh to continue down below us from the pavilion end. 19th over. Bowled the previous over, of course, from this pavilion end. Just in case, been re-announced that Laura Marsh is bowling from the pavilion end. And it's going to be Bay of the field, and then Laura Marsh will come over the wicket to Davidson Richards, who's down the pitch and driving. Nicely played, down towards long off, will get the single. Van Niekerk comes up to do the fielding, and that brings Rodriguez back onto strike again on 29, 108 for 3 now. The Diamonds should do it from here, really. Well, trying to get round to that was Amy Gordon. We're down to 10 required now by the Diamonds. So Surrey Stars need a miracle here. Otherwise, it's 3 straight defeats for the Surrey Stars and a second win of the competition for the Diamonds, and a little bit of payback for what happened in the opening game up at Headingley. Marsh is in over the wicket. Rodriguez opens the. Surrey beating the Yorkshire Diamonds in the opening fixture of the campaign 3 weeks ago, I think. As Marsh is in once more, Rodriguez chips this one in the air out towards Marizan Cap at deep mid wickets. Down to single figures required now for the Diamonds. Just 9 more needed by the Yorkshire Diamonds. They've got towards deep backward square. Maddie Villiers is up to do the fielding. They'll pick up another single. 1 more to the total. 114 for 3. I think the Yorkshire Vikings bus driver thinks this is all done, because the coach is making its way back from the railway end down towards the pavilion end. Oh, that's a lovely bit of bowling ahead by the Yorkshire Diamonds to win this game. So it's 8 off 2, which they should do. And 114 for 3, because they've got Rodriguez, who's been in for a while now, on 34, and Davison Richards, who's played very sensibly here. So it will be Nat Siver to bowl the 19th over from third man. There's the mid-off, mid-on. There's an extra cover, short, straight mid-wicket. So only 3 outside the circle at this stage, because they know they need wickets. The Surrey Stars. Davison Richards is on strike. It's in over the wicket, goes Siver to her, and Davison Richards, nicely played, just tucks leg side behind square. They'll think about 2. It'll just be 1. Marizan Cap required. Now by Yorkshire Diamonds, and Rodriguez, who's played a lovely hand here. 34 now. They will get 4 out for Rodriguez. They've got 2 back at mid-wicket. They've got the fine leg and the third man. So yes, 4 out for Rodriguez. Just the 3 for Davison Richards. As in over the wicket goes Siver, and Rodriguez tucked the Yorkshire Diamonds. Davison Richards twirls the bat in her hands and then gets herself set for Nat Siver. Siver is in over the wicket to her, and Davison Richards pulls out towards Cranston. Apologies, Marizan Cap out there, and the throw comes in 1 bounce straight over the top of the stumps. 1 more dusted here on BBC Radio London. Over the wicket goes Siver, and Rodriguez is up on her toes and just helps it into the leg side. Sensibly done this by the Diamonds. Lovely little innings from Rodriguez of 36, 118 for 3. Armitage going with that score on 92. Healy going with the score. Good shot required by the Diamonds. 4 needed. As here is Siver. That's well bowled, because Davison Richards got no room to play with there and just pushes it straight back up the pitch. And there is no run. 1 to go, I think, in this over, and then 1 over left. Have a couple of dots here. Davison Richards, if she wants to. End of the over. So 19 have gone. It's 4 required off the last over by the Diamonds. They've still got 7 wickets in the bag, so they really should do this. Surrey need something quite special in this last over. The Stars. Marsh, I think, will bowl it, and he's having a chat with Nat Siver. So there's the backward point, there's the cover, there's the extra cover, long off, long on, there's the deep mid-wicket, deep backward square, short straight mid-wicket, fine leg on the edge of the circle. 4 required. Rodriguez is on strike, Marsh is in, Rodriguez pushes into the offside, they'll take the quick single. Going to do this in ones. From the looks of things, 5 balls left, 3 required by the Yorkshire Diamonds. Ty's not out, and Richards onto strike. They're going to bring long off up, long on up and long off up. Ah, here's your gamble. See if you want to try and finish it with 1 shot. Alice Davidson Richards, that's what they're saying, because she could go straight down the ground here over the top. Riley Smith is just getting herself into position at extra cover, just 2 back on the leg side. So if you want to try and finish it with 1. Richards, they're brought long off up, and it's Van Neerkerk who takes the catch. And the key thing there is it's a dot ball. Did they cross? That's the other thing, but the tactic has worked. I think Davidson Richards will be a little annoyed there. I'm not sure she needed to really do that, but had it flown out the ground and gone for 4 or 6, we'd have said what a good decision that is. So, of course, Laura Marsh, but holding her nerve. 119 for 4. And second ball it was. This, the 20th over. They did cross, so that could be crucial. 3 required, long off and long on back in now for Rodriguez. 4 balls left, 3 required by the Diamond. Comes in over the wicket to her, and Rodriguez is down the ground, dropped. Amy Gordon to her right will just get 1 as the throw is fizzed in by Amy Gordon. So 2 required, 3 balls remain here on BBC Radio London, and Katie George out there in the middle. So now another committee meeting. I think they'll leave mid off and mid on up. Needed to be, but Surrey Stars are clinging on here. So the right-handed Katie George, mid off, mid on, no one back. Again, as Marsh is into George. George swings, leg side, might go here. Marizanne Capps underneath it, takes the catch. Oh, Katie George has gone first ball. Extraordinary stuff, this. They've crossed, so Rodriguez will be and finish it off her first delivery. And just picked out Marizanne Capps. So 2 balls left, still 2 required. Exciting old finish this here on BBC Radio London. Laura Marsh is holding her nerve. Now they did cross again. So Rodriguez, that would bring, a single would bring our scores level, but it would mean that Bess Heath would be on strike just for the 1 ball with a single needed. Or do you try and win it now? Long off, long on. Deep mid-wicket, deep backwards, square, ring of 4. 2 required, 2 balls left. Rodriguez is on strike. Marsh is in. Rodriguez drives up and over extra cover and away for 4. And Rodriguez, fine innings. 42 not out. And with a ball to spare, 124 for 5. The Diamonds. And they win by 5 wickets, and it's 3 straight defeats for the Stars, but they hung on in there. I think they made that a little harder than they needed to, the Diamonds, but a very dramatic win this one by 5 wickets. The Surrey Stars are in a huddle having a chat about that, but thank you for your company. Great drama here in the Kia Super League once again. But it is the Yorkshire Diamonds that have beaten the Surrey Stars by 5 wickets. Second win of the campaign for the Yorkshire Diamonds. A 3rd straight defeat for the Surrey Stars, who will be looking to bounce back. Have beaten the Surrey Stars by 5 wickets from myself, Mark Church, from Guildford tonight. It's a very good evening to one and all.